On the news tonight, first case of monkeypox confirmed in Kwara State. Government increases surveillance to prevent outbreak. Proposed code of practice regulating social media by federal government generates reactions. Kwara State government reiterates commitment to improving standard of living of widows. Plus, tidbit from the world of entertainment and sports. This is Nigerian Television Authority NTA ILORIN News Tonight. Good evening and many thanks for joining us. I am Ahmed Fulani. Kwara State has recorded its first case of monkeypox in Bubu, Edu local government area of the state. Kwara State Commissioner of Health, Dr. Raju Razak, also confirmed that wife of the victim and 4 neighbors who had contact with the infected person have been quarantined. Aisha Bokarihaya has the details.
Since the reoccurrence of monkeypox cases in Nigeria a few months ago, Kwara State has kept surveillance to prevent an outbreak. So, when a case was confirmed in Bubu area of a local government area of the state government was set to prevent the spread. The Kwara State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Raju Razak, said the first confirmed case in Kwara State involves a 29-year-old Nigerian driver who developed symptoms of fever, generalized rash and weakness in the last 2 weeks, and had been under the ministry's surveillance.
We are telling the public in Kwara State that we have an index case of monkeypox in Kwara now, especially from Kwara North, and the test result revealed that it's positive. And even yesterday, they discovered another suspected case again from the contact, and the sample had been taken, and we have sent that sample to our reference laboratory. We are still awaiting the result.
While the Kwara State Ministry of Health has notified Nigeria Center for Disease Control of the latest development in the state, the ministry is also putting everything in place to ensure monkeypox does not spread in Kwara State.
But we are on top of the situation. Even the patient, that 29-year-old long-distance driver who had monkeypox, is recuperating very well, rapidly. He has even been discharged from the hospital home and is doing well. There is no problem.
The ministry's team is presently on ground in Bubu, a local government area of Kwara State, to ensure that no activities in the market and within the community to jeopardize all efforts to curtail the spread. Aisha Bokarihaya, NTA News.
The public have continued to react to the planned presentation of the draft code of practice by the federal government seeking to regulate the social media. Kehinde Omolosho reports that the views of residents in Ilorin on the development were spontaneous and divergent.
The federal government, through the National Information Technology Development Agency, has developed a draft code of practice that will regulate the practice of interactive computer service operations, which includes online activities across all social media platforms. The code aims at protecting fundamental human rights of Nigerians, as well as define guidelines for interacting in the digital ecosystem. It also seeks to establish a framework for collective efforts to protect Nigerians against online harms, such as hate speech, cyberbullying, misinformation, and disinformation. This, to Abdurazak Ayelabegan, an online media practitioner, is a welcome development.
We are in digital journalism, we are feeling the heat. Because whenever people saw anything, they say, those online people, they are spreading fake news, and which is not.
Although social media has a lot of advantage, right? It gives information to people which are very useful, sometimes even save people's life, but some people are using they are misusing the opportunity.
To reduce the rate at which indiscipline and immorality is now spreading.
They should have a way of regulating it, put in check and balances, which one are the real ones and which one are the fake ones. So now know how to now close these or open this.
Abdulhamid Alayi, a broadcaster, believes the development requires political will and appropriate legal framework to check excesses of social media practitioners.
Effective legal framework and ethical standard as it affects conventional media. If they can do that, yes, I believe that that can be addressed. The problem associated with circulation of fake information on social media will be reduced to barest minimum.
Respondents want the federal government to tread with caution to allow for freedom of expression on social media platforms while still having some form of control that would bring sanity on social media platforms. Kehinde Omolosho, NTA News.
Today's Jumat sermon at Jama'atu Nasrullah Central Mosque, Fatih Road, Ilorin, centered on the inevitability of death and need for all Muslims to prepare for their last days on earth. Muhammad Hassan reports.
Ordered to be free from punishment on the day of judgment, Imam Idris Arun implored all Muslims to be conscious of Allah and obey His commandments. Imam Idris Arun advised Muslim faithful to be conversant with their salat, observe it at stipulated time, and be steadfast in order to be among the favorites of Allah. For Nigerians to have a better leader, the cleric urged citizens to collect their voters' card and ensure they vote the right person.
We shouldn't be arrogant. We shouldn't be thinking that God has accepted all we are doing. We should always fear God.
He thereafter led the worshippers in the observance of the 2 rakat prayers. Some worshippers spoke on what they learned from the sermon.
Has for everybody to go and collect his PPC, and the secondly, we have to prepare for Idil break that is on way coming.
Can't just sit at home and begin to condemn one government or the other, except we're able to put our own efforts to choose the man of our choice, so that each one of us should move out and put our effort to get our voters card and vote for a man of our choice.
The prayer was attended by worshippers from Fatih and its environs. Mohammed Azan, NTA News.
Kwara State government says it is committed to improving the standard of living of its citizens, especially the widows. This was at the Thanksgiving service organized by the Christian Widows Caretakers Association in commemoration of this year's International Widows Day in Ilorin. St. Barnabas Cathedral Church, Muritala, was filled to capacity as widows in their numbers converged and gave thanks to God for sparing their lives. The state government is not unaware of their plight and has a series of empowerment programs for them through the Ministry of Social Development.
The Kwara State government has been doing a lot for the widows in the state, like empowerment programs, like giving them relief package. Even the office of our excellency too, she has arranged so many things for them. My advice to their relations and those around them is to rally around them, to assist them, to make sure that it comes to their aid.
Turning to God always and believing in His miracles will no doubt give them something to cheer about, even with no husband to support them.
Various challenges being that they don't have their husbands anymore. But the message I actually have for them is that they need to know that they have a better husband now. The husband they have now is a husband every woman should pray for. That is God. When they put their trust in Him, He's able to take care of them.
We should be carried along in any society. We should not be abandoned. That's why they put us together. There must be International Widows Day.
The theme for this year's International Widows Day is sustainable solutions for widows' financial independence. And from our entertainment desk comes a report that Nigerian actress Tonto DK reveals on her social media pages her intention to run for a political office in Rivers State. Kauta Raji has details of these and other stories from the world of entertainment.
Nigerian actress Tonto Dike on her social media pages disclosed that her intention to run for a political office in Rivers State is not a making, but a call from her people who believe she can serve them better. Tonto Dike promised not to disappoint people of Rivers State come 2023 election. Fans and colleagues have been flooding her comment section with supportive and positive comments. In another development, Nigerian singer Peter Okoye throws shades at youths who vote for looters. The singer on his verified Twitter page noted that youths who collect money to vote for incompetent politicians will be the same people to call celebrities stingy if they refuse to give them money, while they will also fail to hold looters accountable. Meanwhile, Nollywood actress Inidima Okoje celebrates her birthday in a fabulous way. The actress took to her verified Instagram page with stunning pictures to celebrate her first birthday as a married woman. The pictures posted left her fans wowed while flooding her page with wishes and prayers. Kausa Raji, NTA News.
On Sport World, Confederation of African Football (CAF) has unveiled the official match ball for this year's Women's Cup of Nations in Morocco. Railat Ibrahim has the details of this.
According to CAF, the symbol represents the values of unity, progress, challenge, initiative and diversity which characterizes the growth of African women's football. The 2022 WAFCON will serve as the qualifiers for next year's Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. The Super Falcons of Nigeria are the reigning champions. The Scottish Daily Mail has reported that Rangers are looking to make sizable profit on Nigeria's Joe Aribo. The 25-year-old is reportedly on the radar of Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest and Fulham Rangers. Meanwhile, FIFA has approved the increase of players for teams participating at this year's FIFA World Cup to at least 23 and a maximum of 26. This is to allow for more flexibility due to the timing of the competition, which we hold in Qatar between November 21 and December 18, 2022. Railat Ibrahim for Sports Updates.
We now take a look at weather forecast for tomorrow, 25th June 2022. On that note, we come to the end of tonight's package. Many thanks for watching. I am Ahmed Fulani. Good night.